you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
This is the move for those who.
What we do here is go back.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. It's Monday, you guys, and I got a new chair, a spinny chair. My ass is thanking me so much right now. Used to sit in a metal folding chair with very little cushioning, and that was bad. That was bad, you guys. Bad, bad, bad. Bad for my butt, bad for my back, bad for the whole thing. Especially when you're sitting in this thing for many hours like I do. So, got my new chair. I'm breaking it in. It feels nice, feels comfy. Yes, happy, 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 happy. All right, you guys. So, we're going to do some scratch building tonight. What do you say? Sound like fun? I think so. Yeah. We're going to go through, our points of business. We're going to get to a book, and then we're going to, I'm going to show you some sources, some websites and things like that real quick before we jump into the work that are really, really great to have in your kind of list of favorites for supplies and tools and materials and things like that. But we'll get into that here in a moment. Tonight, rocking the classic, the blackout Mecha shirt. Oh, so nice. So nice. We got hats of this too. I got one upstairs. It's awesome. But you can get this on the Child of Mecha website. Just hit up childofmecha.com, hit the store up at the top, and you'll find a bunch of different shirts and hats and bags. Oh, I got the prototype pillows in today. I did. Super nice. Super nice. The one that I had was their basic economy pillow. It was kind of a satiny polyester, like sateen or something like that. Very nice. I like it. But the upgraded pillows are really nice. Really quite nice. They're this really kind of soft cotton, woven cotton. It's super nice. So there's some things I have to play around with, some of the colors and saturations and things like that. I wasn't happy with some, with one of the pillows that came out. The print was a little too light and you could hardly see it, but the other pillow I thought was quite nice. So we're going to get back to working on those, and those should be available soon. So, you can win this model if you so choose and are happy to do. Win that model, yeah. The Gunpla Talk fundraiser / giveaway is going on right now, and one lucky donor will win that model. 6 other donors will win those awesome little mini resin busts from my friend Win, the paint pusher over there on Facebook. He's watching. I see you, Win. I see you, buddy. 6 people are going to win those. Those are awesome. He included some little autograph cards that are really, really cool. And then Ace Schultz on YouTube, Berconateer on Facebook. He's sending us some cool stuff. That's going to come later, I think, next month. Or, no, actually, this month. Because it's October 1st. So, that's going to be coming. And also, I got contacted by a gentleman, and the name escapes me right now. But he's going to be sending us some kits. Some really cool kits, and we'll get some more details on that. He said he was going to be shipping those later this week, and that is pretty cool. Some really interesting kits that he's going to be sending our way for prizes. So, man, the prizes are stacking up, you guys. The prizes are stacking up, and if you have not entered, if you've not donated, I really, really highly suggest doing so. I know a lot of you have donated here recently. I see familiar names, so thank you for that. But there's still time. GoFundMe.com/GumplaTalk. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, B. Thernot. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm going to go with Therno. Therno Hobbies. THERNOT. Not sure if that T is silent or not, but yeah, he's going to be sending us some stuff. Man, just really an awesome gesture. He just kind of reached out to me kind of out of the blue. He heard about the fundraiser and everything. He contacted me on Facebook, and man, really, really awesome. Really awesome. So that's going to be coming our way. So if you've not donated to the fundraiser, man, you got to. Now's the time. The prizes are stacking up, so there's a better chance for you guys to win. So, go do that. Ace Schultz, Therno La Dragon. Yeah, it's usually Instagram, but it usually is, but he don't care if it is. It usually isn't, but he don't care if it is. Okay. I guess the T being silent. Okay. Therno Hobby and Gaming on Facebook. Excellent. Excellent. The Dwidget. Is that him? That would be awesome if it was. Cool. The silent T part. Okay, yeah. Okay, Therno Hobbies, Therno Hobby and Gaming on Facebook. Okay, cool. Rock and roll. We got it. We got it with a little help. Awesome. Okay, so you guys, real quick, let's get through some business, and I'm going to show you some really cool, useful websites. We're going to show you a book first before we get into that. But all the tools and everything you can find down in the description below on Amazon. You can also find them in the description over here on Facebook. Hit those up. Really good tools and books and streaming gear. I might even put this chair on here because it was $40 and it was so totally worth it. If you need a new chair, man, you can't go wrong with this thing. I'm telling you right now. Super nice for $40. I was very, very happy with it. So hit that up. That's awesome stuff. And SCGMC, November 10th. Freddie, I saw you earlier. I think I'm going to do Scratchbuilding, buddy. I think that's going to be the topic of the demo, Scratchbuilding. I don't think anybody else is doing it. So we'll go with that, right? So if you guys are in Fullerton, Anaheim area on November 10th, stop by the SCGMC, man. It's a good time. Hundreds of different models and entries and amazing people, vendors, and all sorts out there. It's a good time. There's going to be a ton of demos. VFX10 Viper on Instagram. He's going to be doing a demo on scribing. And then some other people are going to be doing there was a painting demo, and then there was why taking Art 101 makes you a better builder. Man, say that 3 times fast, right? So that's all. Yeah, there he is, VFX10 Viper. He's on Twitch. I see you, Josh. I see you, buddy. Thanks for watching, man. But he's going to be doing some scribing. His scribing works very good, you guys. Very, very good. If it wasn't him, I'd be pissed off that I wasn't doing it. But I feel comfortable with him doing it. So he's really good. So check him out, VFX10 Viper on Instagram. Well worth the follow there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But what else? Let's get into actually let's say hi to everybody. Let's do that first because this is fun. Oh, look at him. He's just lurking. That's cool. You can lurk. That's all good, brother. Yeah, Freddie says those in bleh. Why am I having problems talking tonight? I don't know. Anyway, Freddie Torres says, at those Gundam guys on Instagram for more announcements. Yeah. And also on Facebook and thosegundamguys.org, Freddie, I believe. I think it's .org. I believe so. I think. Andrew Young, the day Tim advocates Gunpla's freedom is the day I'll be a good modeler. Yeah, it's not going to come anytime soon. Sorry, Andrew. Anyway, let's see who's in the chat. Ace Berkanatir is with us as always. Bailey's holding down the fort over there on YouTube, getting that mod work done. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that as always. 01 Shield is with us. Freddie is here with us as well. Awesome. Let's see who else. Julius Dembski is with us. Thank you for watching, Julius. Mikkel Maverick176 is over there on YouTube. Thank you again for watching, Mikkel. Fuck, I can't talk. Chris Wu is with us. Man, you guys got to check out Chris Wu's finished XS Gundam, man. You guys. He sent me a picture right before the stream of it being finished, and it's really, really cool, really good. So I'm sure you'll probably post that on the Plazone Facebook group, right? Yeah, I think so. That's usually where you post, right, Chris? So check it out. If you're not a member of the Plazone Facebook group, man, I highly recommend it. Some really good modelers from from all over the place, really, on there. So, yeah, definitely check it out. Let's see here. Andrew Young. Ugh. Too bad he's here. All right, so let's see. The Dwidget, there's Thurno. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sending stuff our way, man. Really appreciate that. Edwin RSA says, good morning. Good morning, Edwin. Thanks for watching. Let's see. Who else? Bunch of people. Cool. And then Hai Hyun is over there on Facebook. He says, hello. Howdy, hi. Howdy, hi. There we go. That works, right? Anyway, all right. So, Andrew Young says, shoot, speaking of Sentinel stuff, you see Choco Falcon's GBWC build. I did, yes. For those of you that don't know, Choco Falcon, a.k.a. David Liu, man, wonderful builder, wonderful guy. He just finished up his GBWC entry this year, and man, it's cool. It's very blue. It's very blue. Azer, what? What's the rest of it? I don't know. Nightingale? Azer Nightingale? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, check him out. Choco Falcon on Facebook and Instagram. Well worth the follow there too, you guys. Really, really good stuff. So Andrew says, you see that guy Desmond Chong? No, I did not. Sorry. Oh, cool. Well, thank you. Thank you, Thurno. It was really nice of you. He says, anytime, I'll be happy to donate when I get some extra P-Bandai kits. Hopefully it gets here in time. That'd be awesome. We're probably going to end it around November 1. So, you know, don't stress if they don't get here. We'll just save it for next time or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it again next year. Not sure. Jacob Liu is with us. He says, I've been losing motivation with building model kits, such as struggle with getting good paint jobs. Should I just take a break? You know, it depends. It really depends. You know, some people say practice makes perfect. Sometimes taking a break is also good. It depends on, you know, how you personally react to that, because I feel that getting over that burnout or that hurdle or plateau, if you hit it, is kind of personal to everybody, you know? You know, what I would probably do is, you know, take a look at some painting tutorials, especially on like YouTube and stuff like that. Seek help maybe from some peers that you're maybe local to, or reach out on, you know, your favorite social media or something like that. That's always helpful. And you know what? If stuff is still just not working your way, yeah, take a break for a week or two. You know, regather your thoughts and your mojo, and yeah, you know, it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody, but that's what I would personally suggest. So yeah, hope you get over that, Jacob. Hope you do. Man, getting a builder's block, it just, man, it sucks. There's nothing worse. Anyway, all right, so let's get over to this book here real quick, because we got some cool websites to show you. Let's go to, and I know you guys really dug the Gundam weapons on the show last Friday, so figured to do another one here real quick for you guys. This is a really good one as well. This is the Gundam Verka and S Gundam edition. Man, this is a good one. I really like this one, because this has got the Gundam Verka, all the different builds of that. It's got some really cool stuff from the S Gundam line, XS, S. It's got some other cool Sentinel you know, models in here as well. It's got some really cool GM Type C builds as well, because the Gundam Verka is the same overall frame. So this is a really good one as well. So we're going to take a look at this, and you know what, Jacob, looking at things like this, getting inspiration from other builders could be a source to help you get over, you know, the builder's block as well. So you know, look up inspirational, you know, kind of builds and stuff like that. See what you can maybe try to emulate or take away from those that, you know, you kind of find as you know, kind of people that you look up to. Might be another way to get over that. So, all right. So, look at that. Gundam Verka. Now, the Gundam Verka was the first Verka in the line, and it wasn't that great. I'll be honest with you. It was still fine. It's still a fine model, but in terms of today's Verka, you know, level of models, this one was subpar compared to, say, like the Sazabi Verka, the new Verka, you know, things like that. Those were... Who's messaging me? Stop it. I need to put my messaging on silent here. Freddy, you're killing me. Yeah, I know. It's all good. Don't worry about it. People, when my alarm or my notifications go off, people in the stream think it's them, so no big deal. All right, so again, it's not a bad kit overall. It's just kind of substandard from what you would expect currently for a Verka kit, but it's still worth getting, right? And man, it's such a looker, and there's so much that you can do to it too. And this has several builds, just going through, and you can see kind of what people have done with the kit to make it look better. And there's a ton that you can do to it, especially the feet. The feet, they totally screwed the feet. These are not Verka feet, you guys. If anything, the Gundam Origin Master Grade is probably closer to Verka feet than these ever will be. So if you do want a true Verka foot, you're gonna have to modify it. So it's one of the drawbacks of this. But everything else is pretty good. It's pretty good. Nice comparison shot of the before and after. Really nice stuff. And here is a good one. This one is by a modeler named Hiroshi Isaya. He was big back in the day as well. And this one, man, is just a super nice kit. He kind of widened the head down at the bottom and tapered it up to the mohawk, which is a really nice look. And it's very fitting of the Verka you know, RX-78 head. Just, wow, look at that. Nice proportions overall. Big beefy shoulders. Really nice. Really, really nice. And then you've got this beautiful G3 here. This is by Naoki Kimura. Not to be confused with the current well-known Naoki, not the one that, you know, has his own model line now and everything like that. Not that one. This is a different Naoki. And there is that wonderful looking G3. I think that is just sexy, you guys. Just the shades of gray and everything. That's so nice. I love the look of this thing. All sorts of mods all the way around. Just tons of pictures on this. And here's another good one. This is by Kaita Yagyu. This is 100% scratch built. You can even see down here, this is basically the scratch built side. This is the resin casted side. So you've got a fully modified foot over here, fully modified leg and arm, shoulders, all that good stuff. Looks like he's using some parts from the GMC and also the Gundam version 1.5, and it almost looks like he might be using some GM custom parts in there as well. I might be incorrect, but that's what I'm looking at here at this point. But yeah, just beautiful work here. Here's another one by Kaita. This is the GM Type C. He's done a ton of work on this one here as well. Just a beautiful workup of this kit. I love how he fixed the head vents and everything. Really good stuff. And here's a great shot of a GM Type C Space Command. Now this is by Yuji Jam, was his nickname, Kano. Another big one from back in the day. I used to follow Jam on his website and things like that. I don't even know if he's still got a website at this point, but he was a very popular modeler back in the day. And you can see that is pretty close to a Verkov foot. And there are the mods that he had to do. So a bit of a job getting that angle just right for those Verkov feet, right? And then here's one that took the GM Type C but converted it into a GM Sniper 2 White Dingo, which I really like because I like the White Dingo, the White Dingoes group a lot. And you can see it's a little bit different, obviously, from the GM Sniper 2 kit, proportion-wise, that we have today. This is a little bit beefier, a little bit fatter through the midsection, a little squattier, but overall, you do kind of get that Sniper 2 feel, which is pretty nice. And a lot of work went into this, especially on the head and especially on the chest. Had to fill in those top vents with some epoxy putty and then sculpt those weird little vents inside there. And then obviously had to do a bunch of plate work on the skirts, side skirts, and all that good stuff there too. So bunch of work went into that. Power GM, a little bit different from your normal colored Power GM, so this might be a little bit of a later version. You've got the Desert GM here, again, nice work. RGM 79F, this is the F type. And then this is a SWAT GM by one of my favorites, Motu Osumi. Very nice. Very clean, very simple, but man, just elegant as hell. Love the knees on this thing. Super nice. Very, very clean work. And then you've got the RX-81 light armor here. This is a full scratch build, you guys. This is really quite nice looking. I wish there were more pictures of it, though. That's the only drawback of this. There's only 1, 2, 3. That's it. It's like, come on. Don't tease me with that. I need more. I need more. Here's the Master Grade S Gundam. This is by Shimon Aguma. Nice little workup. Very straight out of the box kind of build. We've got some really, really nice ones coming up here. Here's the XS by Matsumi Numamoto. Pretty good straight build there again. But here we go. Here's the one that I really wanted you guys to see. This, if you guys have seen a Master Grade XS Custom, this is the one that pretty much set the standard. This is by Kaida Yagyu again. Just so much work went into this thing. I mean, look how big these shoulders are compared to the head. And on the normal, the stock model, these shoulders are much, much smaller. They make the head, those are some linebacker shoulders, right? Those are big. And then look at this back profile. Dude, this kid's got some lats. That is wide, man. I love it. I just absolutely love the look of this thing. This, like I said again, this set the standard for Master Grade XS back in the day. And right here, you can see the work that went into the shoulder. Look at all the plating and extensions, the cutting, all that stuff that went into that. And then you got all this packed in with resin or epoxy putty. Not sure exactly what that is. Might be polyester putty too. But the top of the shoulder slides, which the original Master Grade XS could not do. Those shoulders would not slide, right? So tons of great work. Tons of great work in this particular one. Then you got the G Cruiser mode, again by Kaida Wagyu. Nice little stock buildup of the Zeta Plus here. Pretty nice, but it's just kind of out of box, not bad. You've got an upgraded Master Grade Zeta. This used the Zeta 1.0. This was before the 2.0 even came out. And then this also used parts from the Zeta Plus A1. Pretty nice work up here. Obviously, you can see the forearm, shoulders, all that of the Master Grade Zeta, but then the internal parts, the elbow, shoulder unit, stuff like that from the Zeta Plus, which were far superior. And you got a nice Regizy here. Refined Gundam Zeta by Motu Asumi. Man, just look at the paint job on that thing. Nice gray and blue. Reminds me of Child of Mecha colors, really. That's probably why I like it. But, man, just really, really nice. And then you get into this. The Regizy Custom. Whew. Man, this one is really cool. This is by Matsumi Numamoto again. And this is the one with that kind of AK style rifle, which is super nice. Super nice looking, very kind of aggressive looking, had much longer kind of body lines and boosters and things. Man, just look at that. That Wave Rider mode is just damn sexy, right? Really, really nice stuff here. And then you kind of get into 1/100 scale Sisquade. I don't know how you say that. How do you say that, guys? I don't know. But that's by Hiroyuki Noda. And again, just massive amounts of work went into this thing. Crazy looking kit there. And then the Pièce de Résistance, 1/100 scale scratch built Zeiku's Way. Now, again, it's awesome, but the downer is, like that scratch build light armor, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3 pages. That's it. Womp womp. So you got to kind of get your fill of it in those 3 pages and really squint and look at these little pictures, you know, very, very carefully. And then you've kind of got your black and white you know, section back here with your write-ups and things like that, some line art, different things like that, and that's basically the book. So, there you go, guys. Gundam Weapons. This is the Verka and the S Gundam edition. If you can find it, well worth the money. Great, great book, and pick it up. So, there we go. Rock and roll. All right, so, websites. Let's get to some cool websites. Let's go over to screen share, and look, there we are. Hey, we're on Facebook, but that's not what we want. So the first website that I want to talk to you guys about is K&J Magnetics, right? This is a wonderful site where I get all of my neodymium magnets, the rare earth magnets and stuff. These little guys. These little N52s, and they have a ton of magnets. We're going to just go through this really quickly. We've got about 5 websites to get through, and they won't take us too long, but these are important websites if you're going to be scratch building or modifying or anything like that. These are really, really good websites to know and use, right? So you can kind of search through their navigation here on the side. You can go right to N52. That's the highest level of magnets. That's their highest level of pull force, meaning how strong they bond together. And N52 is the highest that they carry, which is more than what you would ever need, probably. And one thing that I really, really like is their calculator systems down here. And let's see, where is it? That's not the one. Application? No, it's not the one either. Where is it? Select a size. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so this is their select a size magnet finder, right? And this is really good if you need a specific size of magnet. So right here, you need to determine the shape that you want. If you need a disc or a cylinder, or if you need blocks or squares, rectangles, etc., right? Then you kind of pick the grade, either N42, N50, or N52. So we're going to pick N52. And you can show by the part number or pull force. I doesn't really care. I think part numbers are probably best at this point. And then we're going to look at the thickness up here. You got to select that. So we're going to select 1/16, and then I need something that is 3/16 by 3/8. So we come down here. Here's 3/8, and then here's 3/16 here, and boom, there's the magnet that I need. And each magnet is 36 cents. This is US dollars, right? So if you buy 10, that's $3.60. If you buy 20, that's what? $7.20 for 20 super strong magnets. The lowest pull force on this is almost 2 pounds. 2 pounds. So if you've got a model like the Jesta, I ain't gonna weigh 2 pounds. You could hold one of them probably with that. Now, obviously, if you have the magnets going through pieces of plastic, or if the orientation is off, or if it is skewed and not pulling laterally, then that pull force obviously is going to vary. But for the most part, this particular magnet is going to suit my needs in terms of everything that I need. And it's going to be, and it's super small too. So this is great. This is a wonderful, wonderful website to get magnets and everything off of. And then you can just kind of browse. Here are all the different types of little discs. Now, mind you, these are all imperial sizing because they are an American company. So if you are looking for millimeter styles, you're going to have to convert it over. Sorry about that. So I mean, you can even get down to 1/16 by 1/32 thick little discs, and I mean, look at this thing. This is the size of an American penny. There's your magnet right there. Super small, right? You can get them that small. Now you can get them, you know, super big too. If you keep scrolling down here to the bottom, you can get. Let's see, this little guy right here, again, much bigger than it was the one before, but still, there's the American penny, and that's small, right? This thing has a pull force of just over 4 pounds. That's insane. For that little magnet, 4 pounds of pull strength. Hey, Booty Kerneowan, thank you for the subscribe there. Appreciate that. Welcome to the family too, by the way. That's awesome. So, yeah, just a ton of magnet selections, shapes, sizes, all sorts of things. You know, you can select in the N52 grade, N42. They have, you know, N35, which is a lighter pull force. All sorts of different stuff on this website. And as you can see, it just goes on and 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 on until you get down here to this big boy. I mean, look at this thing. This is a 3-inch diameter by 1.5 inches thick. This one magnet will cost you almost $350, but it can hold 625 pounds of pull force on 3 inches wide. That's insane. That would basically hold like 3 humans, 3 full-size guys, right? So that's crazy. So, but you have a ton of different other size magnets, from pretty big to super small. And like I said, they have blocks. So you can get little squares. You can get little like, almost like, you know, kind of long-ish blocks. And you have to keep in mind the magnetization orientation, because it's magnetized through the thickness. So this long magnet here, you've got the positive, you got the, or negative, and you got the positive polarities on the magnets. So you do have to keep in mind, and you have to be careful of that, because right here, this one lays flat, and that's where the magnetization orientation is. So Super, super good website. Another website here, McMaster Car. This is a wonderful website for getting just kind of hardware, materials, things of that nature. You can scroll down. It's obviously a big tool and hardware site, but this is really great for coming down here to raw materials. You can get metals, you can get wire cloth, plastics. This is where I get a bunch of plastic for working with. Now, obviously, there's a ton of different plastics that they carry. Just everything from PVC to polypropylene. But we're going to want this one right here, polystyrene. That's what basically PLA plate is made from. That's what Bandai models are made from. So polystyrene, that's what we're looking for, right? They have rods, they have sheets, strips, all sorts of different stuff here. Now, these are going to be larger sizes. These are not going to be for your detailing strips or things of that nature. These are going to be things that you're going to use for structure or bases or something like that. So right here, the polystyrene rods, these are just white, normal plastic rods. This comes in, an 8-foot length, and it's a 1/4 inch in diameter, and that's $1.03 per foot. So that's what, $8.24 for an 8-foot 1/4 inch rod of plastic. That's a damn good price, you guys. I don't know about you, but that's a good price. And then you kind of get over here into the sheets. So the biggest that they have, 1/4 inch thick. That's super thick for a sheet of plastic. A 12 by 24 is only $15. You can make a base out of that. You can make 2 bases out of that for $15. You can also get almost just under the size of an actual piece of plywood there, and $107.65 for that if you needed it. Now, mind you, it's a 1/4 inch thick, so you're not going to be just sawing that with your hobby saw or something like that. You're going to need to take this to the table saw, or you're going to need to get an electric handheld saw or something like that and go to town on this, because a 1/4 inch thick is massive. It's way bigger than anything structurally that you would use in just simple scratch building. But again, they have down to 1/32, 1/16, 1/32, all that good stuff. And then if you click the links of the item number here, you can actually see. Oh, they don't have it for these. Ah, shoot. Usually they'll have parts breakdowns and schematics. Oh, here we go. It just didn't click on. Okay, so here you can kind of get all of your other information and stuff like that. If you need this information, you can get thickness tolerances, color, texture, construction, all that good stuff. Hardness rating, the Rockwell scale, if that's important to you. I don't find that to be terribly important. Tensile strength, again, not really important for our purposes, but if it's important to you, they have it, right? So, yeah, just a ton of stuff on this website. And if we go back here, they've got adhesives, they've got tape, they've got Velcro for all of your, specific needs and stuff like that. Spacers and standoffs are good for making bases and stuff like that. Threaded rods and stuff is also good for connecting long pieces. That I used some threaded rods in the Hummingbird to connect the bottom fuel tanks, and those just screw in and out of a threaded, a threaded, I forget what they're called, the threaded capture, a threaded insert. Here we go. So let's see here. Where are they? Threaded inserts. And these are really cool as well, because you can just basically insert these, especially, these shapes down here. These are press fit inserts. And man, super, super cool stuff. And then even just simple shapes for these things could be used in terms of scratch building. Because look at this cool shape. You could put that on the barrel of a rifle or something like that and get a really, really kind of tricked out look. And a bunch of them have different shapes depending on the sizes. Obviously, this is way different. It's got that cool knurling on there, and just really, really cool. Now, this is brass, so this is going to be kind of a lighter goldish color, you know, like brass is. And man, these are great too. So check out McMaster Car. We're not going to spend much more time on this because there's a ton of obviously of sections on here that you can get into, and man, just goes on. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And let's see, they also have magnets here. I would probably still go to K&J, but if you need something a little bit bigger, there's a ton of them on here as well. So good stuff on McMaster Car. Now, Hobby Search. We talk a lot about Hobby Search and why they're so good. I know Soravan over on Twitch, he's putting together a list, and Soravan, I know I still have to get you my list of tools and stuff on here, but in the meantime, you guys can just kind of go on here and kind of explore. Hobby Tools, that's kind of my favorite section, and you can just go on here and just straight go down this list and just be amazed at the stuff that you can find on here. Different tools, all that good stuff. Here are the detail parts. So you've got Kotobukiya parts, you've got Wave, other plastic parts, Haikyuu, Adler's Nest. These are all metal parts in here. Bandai Builder parts are found under Gundam, the Gundam section, Gundam kits and etc. They're found under there. They're not found under this particular section. But just real quick, Kotobukiya. These are all the different parts that Kotobukiya makes. Weapon parts, handsets, detail parts. There's the customizable heads and things of that nature. And this section, again, there's 10 pages to this, and you can gauge how long each page is. So Hobby Search is great. If you don't use it, I highly recommend using it. It's my particular vendor of choice from the guy, from the vendors in Japan and stuff like that. If you can't get it through, domestic means, this is a great website. Let's see, Evergreen Scale Plastics. This is the plastic that I use, the strips, the rods, tubes, all that good stuff. This is their website, evergreenscalemodels.com. And you can buy directly from them. So if you go to their catalog here, oh, this is the PDF. That's not what we want. Let's see. Strips. Here we go. So you can just go down and here's all of their strip plastic in various different sizes and amounts, right? You can get the 10-pack of strips. You can get, I think, 25-pack. Let's take a look at this one here. This is, what is this? So 0.5 millimeter by 2 millimeter. You can get it in, the 10-piece pack, $3.59. You can get it in a 50-piece pack for $14.59, or you can get the bulk pack for $29. Not too bad, all things considered. Astrea Kai, Hobby Search is in dollars. You can convert that. I forget exactly where. Oh, it actually says it right here. So 810 yen, about 713 USD. So it's actually on the listing. So yep, pretty simple. Pretty simple. So anyway, back to Evergreen. So you can get all sorts of stuff, rod and tube. All sorts of different sizes and everything there. Shapes, different shapes and channels, siding, sidewalk and tile, roofing, just sheets of plastic, odds and ends, adhesives, all sorts of stuff. You can get everything on here. I absolutely love evergreen scale models. So if you're into scratch building or customization, this is the place to get plastic from in terms of specific small strip sizes. Anything bigger, I'd probably go McMaster Carr, but for specific accurate sizes, evergreen scale models is definitely the way to go. Last website that you guys should be familiar with is Micromark. This is kind of a model tools website here in the US. Excuse me. And they've got some pretty interesting tools here and there. Their prices are a little bit on the high side, so keep that in mind. But this guy right here, the Wonder Cutter they have, let's see how much it is. Damn, $400. That's a little bit over my price range. So, but the fact that they have it on here is a good sign, because I have not seen it on any other retail website so far. This is the first one, actually. But, you know, they have got mini power tools. You can get like little mini bench tools, little machine tools. You can get even a little miniature table saw for cutting little pieces of wood and stuff like that. Really good stuff. Model trains, hobby supplies, things of that nature. They really cater to more, you know, your traditional quote-unquote modeling. Tanks, planes, things of that nature. You know, there's not a ton of catering to Gunpla on here yet, but they'll learn. They'll learn. It just takes time. So yeah. So those are the websites that I definitely 100% recommend. Those are absolute jewels when it comes to needing supplies for scratch building, customization, all of the above, right? So, with that said, let's switch over to camera 2. Let's get into... Whoop, I screwed it up. Bang, there we go. Let's get into some model building, shall we? Let's get you zoomed in, and let's get going here. First and foremost, I want to show you the shield, because the shield came out pretty nice, you guys. I'm really quite happy with how that came out. So there's the front kind of toothed, kind of knock 'em dead style blades, but then there is what we were plating up on Friday, right? So I kind of added another plate right here, and it's strapped up, and then obviously made some custom panel line right here, put in 2 little pin heads just to make it look like it was bolted on. Did some custom panel lining around this part, really quite nice. And then just duplicated that strip detail that was here originally back onto it. But obviously it looks much different from what the stock shield looked like before, right? And here you can see the panel lines barely on the on those 2 openings for the missiles, and then plated these 2 undersides there, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do, because it actually has pretty nice detail already on the inside. Showed you these little round molds that I added to these parts here. Scribed a line here on this little handle box, but everything else I think I'm going to pretty much leave stock. I kind of like the inside of this shield, but man, I'm super happy with how this came out. Really, really happy. So we're gonna put this off to the side. Let's take a look, and here's what I've been working on thus far this weekend. Just one part of it, obviously. This is a box, duh, but this goes on top of the backpack. This is going to be part of the parachute mechanism. Like I said on Friday, we're going to be airdropping this. That's what it's going to end up being. It's going to be an airdropped Jesta. So this is going to connect onto here. Made a custom plug for this poly cap in here, right there. And so this is going to get inserted right in there, nice and neat. This is going to get glued onto that in a little bit. and then all I have to do is just yank that out. That will pull the plug, and then when I want to go put it back on, it'll just sit on there. Super nice. It'll be perfectly aligned, and it'll look great. So that's the beginning part. Now, what I've also started to figure out is how to use this guy. Because with only having 4 parachutes and realistically needing 40, you're going to need some assistance when it comes to falling to the earth, right? So with that being said, we're going to use these leftover boosters. These were originally from the Hummingbird. I casted an extra set, just for the hell of it, right? And so I'm going to be using these. I've got the other one over off to the side, but I'm going to be using these Kotobukiya plastic arms here. And what I'm going to be doing is this top part has a pivot peg here, and then one on the other side. So we're going to essentially put this on to, we're going to basically put a little minus mold, kind of round mold section in there. Probably drill that out and put like insert like a poly cap or something in there, and then just pop this peg into here. And then now that will be able to rotate really nicely on a hinge. And what I figure, this is going to kind of go probably like right here-ish. Get in frame. There we go. Right, kind of like that almost. That's kind of what I'm envisioning, right? So that's kind of the plan thus far. That's kind of what I'm working toward, right? So let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? What's going on here? Gizmo Gunpla. Front of that shield is secretly Wonder Cutter to cut mobile suits during battles. Yeah, dude. Why not, right? It's now a weapon. It's not protection. It's a weapon. M. Nielsen is with a shield-looking, sweet-looking shield, Tim. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. appreciate that. Bailey, the spacing worked out for the teeth too. Yeah, spacing worked out really nicely for the teeth actually. And I wasn't worried about it, honestly. All I did was just kind of beveled the little point down here, and I think that worked out really quite nicely. So, yeah. These are all, mind you, these are all eyeballed. I didn't measure these. I just eyeballed them. So, yeah, I think they came out really nice. Really nice. Astria Kai, I don't think Gunplas are made to be airdropped, let alone dropped. Yeah, you know, some of them actually were airdropped, and you see some artwork and stuff like that with airdrops and stuff like that. So I figure it'll be a great challenge and a really cool, I guess, vignette of a scene. So I want to tackle that. I want to try to you know, get into that and accomplish that and see if I can manage to pull it off, because like you guys, like I said on Friday, I've looked high and low for tutorials and references and things like that to a fully deployed scale model of a parachute, and I just can't find any tutorials, you guys. If they're out there, I can't seem to find them. Maybe my search foo is just lacking. I don't know, right? I've seen actual models with fully deployed parachutes, you know, the ones that are basically falling and, you know, they're fully I don't know, inflated. I don't even know if that's the proper term, but full of air, right? So yeah, I wanna give it a shot, you know, trying to think outside the box in terms of what I'm doing here, and I want to make it modular too, so that the parachute system can completely disassemble from the Jesta, and the Jesta can be displayed in all of his glory, just kind of standing there, right? So that's kind of the idea at this point. Chris Wu, Tim, can you refer to the master grade Hayakushiki Balut system? I could. The Balut system, I think, was more for atmospheric reentry. Even though it did have a parachute element, but then also you have to keep in mind is that the technician, the technology compared from when the Hyakushiki was made to when the Jesta was made could be completely different. So, you know, I do worry about that, and, you know, I don't necessarily want to rehash what the Jesta, or what the Hyakushiki has, you know what I mean? So, Jay Lynch is with us. He says, "Hi, guys. What's going on, Jay? Thanks for coming back." Yeah, GizmoCon Gunpla, if I remember, Jesta partially airdropped in Unicorn. They were more riding the base jabbers than anything, but, you know, that base jabber's been seen before. I don't want to do a base jabber scene. I want to do a full-on airdrop scene, because you guys got to think, each one of these parachutes that I'm going to build is going to be 7 inches in diameter, and there's going to be 4 of them, so they're going to be about 14 and a half inches wide, you know, when it's all said and done. So that's going to take up a big amount of real estate for just those parachutes, and it's going to be an impressive look with those 4 parachutes and the Jesta hanging from it. I think it's going to look awesome. I can't wait to get into it. Let's see. Mikey415 Abria is with us. He says, "Hi, Tim. Enjoying the stream." Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Let's see. Andrew Young. Yeah, it airdropped in episode 7 of Unicorn, if I remember. The Dwidget, fully deployed is the term you're looking for in reference to the parachute. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. Fully deployed. I didn't know if it was something else. Inflated, I don't know. But thank you for that. Appreciate that. Andrew Young. When Tim knows more engineering than an engineering student, LOL, putting me to shame with his parachute knowledge. No, dude, you know, this is another part of customization and scratch building is the research. I don't just build shit, you know, that just comes off the top of my head. It needs to have a sense of realism. It has to have a modicum of realism to pull off the illusion. Because we always talk about illusion of scale on this stream, right? And when you are dealing with, you know, military platforms like mobile suits and you know, airdrops and things of that nature, you know, you need to be able to fool you know, the viewer into thinking that, hey, you know, that could be real. That could be just, you know, that could be realistic in the future, right? So I do a lot of research, just a ton of research. You know, I go on to like the, you know, the military sites and look up parachutes, and I've looked up parachute design and all sorts of stuff. I've done calculations on how many parachutes a 114,000 pound mobile suit like the Jesta would need. It would need 40 heavy ass airdrop parachutes, and that's just insane to me. So you know, there's a lot of pre-work that goes into my scratch building and stuff like that. So William Wilms is with us. He says, "I want to see Tim scratch build some thrusters that get strapped to the bottom of the feet to help with the airdrop control." You know, the problem with that is that the directional orientation of those is gonna be a little bit off, especially with the wobbliness of the legs. You want something a little bit more kind of hard pointed. So something like these boosters that are going to be strapped to the backpack. The torso obviously is going to be the core of the mobile suit, so it's going to be a little bit more stable. So we're definitely not going to be doing foot boosters there. Let's see. GizmoCon Gunpla. Best thing about Gunpla, Tim, is make it your idea of how it would be airdropped. Absolutely. I would say take reference from how military vehicles are dropped in. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. The tactical technician technically developed the tech for other tactical technicians. Holy shit, did I just say that without messing it up? That's crazy. Dean is with us. Welcome back. What did I miss? We're just talking about websites that you need for scratch building and stuff. So if you're into that, rewind it. Let's see. Chris Wu says, best reference for airdrop mech scene I can remember is the Helldiver from Paddleboard. You know what? That's a good call. I might have to check that out. It's been a long time since I've seen Paddleboard and Patlabor. I don't know how you pronounce it, and it was never really a favorite of mine. So I have to go back and take a look at that. Rarest Wrath is with us. He says, does being thrown off base jabber considered as airdropped? Technically, yeah. Nice. Let's see. Keep going. Man, you guys are talking up a storm tonight, as always, and that's appreciated. M. Nielsen, what about making an airfoil type of chute for it? You run into weight problems with an airfoil style parachute because they only hold a certain amount of weight to what they're rated to, and you know, those airfoil, those directional style of parachutes that paratroopers and stuff use, and I've learned this through my research, they only are rated to a certain weight capacity. So something like that unfortunately would not be applicable to a heavy airdrop like this. Let's see. The Dwidget. Also, have you tried researching the parachute systems that the Army uses for their cargo drop operations? Actually, yeah, I have a full PDF on mil-spec heavy drop parachutes and everything. So I'm looking up T11, T10, T11, T11As. All of those. The T11A, I think, is their heaviest parachute. I think that's rated at 3,500 pounds of weight that it can carry. That's the absolute limit. And so I was basically calculating off of that, and for a 114,000 pound mech with accessories and everything, about 40 parachutes. Crazy. Let's see. Astria Kai. Also, the armor core units need a parachute the size of 2 C5 Galaxies. Yeah, Dean, Tim. Yeah, Tim can add painted cotton to the thruster. There are ideas floating in my head for that. Yes, Kismo Gankumpla. I can imagine time researching all of this and being flagged by the military at the same time. Yeah, right. If they weren't publicly available, then I'd start to worry, right? Chris Wu. I remember one more mech anime called Power Doll that airdrop is very realistic done. Yeah, you know what? I've got that Power Doll model, the one with the thick thighs and everything. Yeah, I've got that. I gotta look into that. I've not seen the Power Doll anime either. So thank you, Chris, for that. Hey, look at that, everybody. The Daft Robo, my good friend Everett, is over there on Twitch. He says, well, hello there. That shield is looking so good. Thanks, dude. Go check out the Daft Robo on Instagram, you guys. Man, Everett is just freaking awesome. He's currently building a hobby Hyzac, and man, it's just like his first time really kind of getting into the customization and scratch building, and he's doing a bang up job, man. Hitting grand slams left and right on the things that he's doing, and he's making some really cool shoulder mods out of epoxy putty, making me proud. And yeah, dude, check him out over on Instagram, the Daft Robo. Also on Facebook, but I think he's more into Instagram. So check him out. Definitely a good follow. Good dude too. And I helped redesign his logo. So if you like his logo, it's pretty cool. Anyway, Dean, why don't they add parachute in Attack on Titan? They have no fault. Yeah, I don't know. When I'm on says over here on Facebook, he says new tech that aviation people are experimenting with are parachutes for airplanes. What? Okay, let me read that one more time. New tech that aviation people are experimenting with parachutes, SHOOTS, for airplanes. Oh, like parachutes for airplanes. Interesting. Huh. Cool. You know, it's funny because in my research, the U.S. Army has never dropped anything bigger than like a Humvee at higher altitudes. Now, mind you, they've airdropped tanks at low altitudes, meaning the plane basically lands and it just keeps going down the runway, deploys the chute, and pulls the frickin' tank out the back, but it's never dropped it from altitude yet, simply because tanks are way too damn heavy. And the technology that goes into securing a Humvee is insane, you guys. I looked at a schematic the other day for how they braced the Humvee especially for landing, because when it lands, the shocks compress, right? And just nuts, the type of stuff that goes into that they have to keep in mind when airdropping something like that. So you'd think with a parachute, it would just kind of and soft landing. No, 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 no. Hard landing. Hard landing. So, yeah. Win says, English hard today. Sorry, but little things that they attach to airplanes that employs a parachute when something goes wrong. So basically actual parachutes for airplanes that are attached to it. Interesting. Interesting. And it's cool, man. I love your English. Everett says, Win is in the house. Yes, Win is over on Facebooky. So if you want to say hi, man, go check him out on the Facebook stream. But Win, the Daft Robo from Instagram and everything, says hi. So good dude. Dean, do you watch some diorama making YouTuber like Luke Tuan? I'm not really into dioramas so much, so I'll have to check him out. I do not. Let's see. I remember they dropped Heli too. I watched Luke Tuan, amazing skill from that man. Astria Kai, tanks will not survive a high drop from the air, even if they have a parachute. You're right. They're way too damn heavy. M. Nielsen, didn't the U.S. Air Force Air launch an ICBM one time from a cargo plane? I don't know. I haven't seen that in my research just as of yet. A. Schultz, you could do an A-team maneuver, one parachute, and fire the cannons. That would be funny, right? That would be funny. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, so you guys, let's get into this. Let's figure out what we're going to need. So here's the upper body, right? And what I'm thinking is, let's get things tacked on here so we can kind of go from there. So we're gonna get the head and the back here attached so we can kind of get a sense of this thing, right? Okay, so there's the profile for the backpack and the front here. Okay. Over on Facebook, cool discussion, Tim. Appreciate it. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's an awesome comment. I like talking stuff like this because it's just like you don't think about it until you actually get into this stuff, and you kind of have you want a sense of realism. So that's a really good compliment. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. So basically, here's the Jesta all mocked up, the head, the shoulders, or the kind of upper collar, I guess, if you want to call it, and then the top of the backpack. So what I'm doing is this box here will add on to the top, and it'll sit kind of flush like that in there, right? And the way I've designed this is because the Jesta's head flexes back like this, but you've got this antenna to worry about, right? So if you've got this box sitting here, that antenna is going to bust back and potentially break on that box. So then your communications are going to be out the window. And if you can't communicate with your squad mates, then you're SOL. Your ass is getting shot and left behind. But if you can protect that, like that, look at that spacing. That is so close. But that is 100% flexed and all the way back. That Jesta's head cannot go back any further, right? So that completely clears it. There's about half a mil to maybe a millimeter of space between the antenna and that block. So that's looking really good. I'm super happy with that. And like I said, this block will glue onto this filler part that I made a little bit earlier. And then what I'm also going to do is build up, you know, kind of a hump right here in the middle to go over this, and then also kind of some strapping to go down the two sides and kind of drape over this protrusion right here, right? So that's kind of the idea thus far. But I wanted to get the box shape finalized first, so then I can go from there and just kind of add on to this. And that, my friends, is what scratch building comes down to, is getting a simple shape first, right? So if you're building with polystyrene, styrene sheet, right? If you're building with this, what it comes down to is geometry. That's it, just geometry. The study of shapes. If you can get your base shape down first, then you can pile onto it, and then you can basically get different shapes kind of added on, tacked on, whatever. And then once you've got that, then you can start to detail it, and then you can get something like that then you can have a master, and then you can resin cast, or you can just tack it on to your kick-ass Jesta, right? So shapes, you know, basically what I did was I took the profile right here, because you've got two different angles on this backpack. You've got one flat angle, and then you've got this angle, which I believe is about 6 degrees. I can't remember. Anyway, I had to compensate for that and make the box, the bottom of the box, look at that, that little angle right there, that just slight little angle, so that it would fit nice and snug, or like Ev says, like a glove. Thank you, Ev. I appreciate that, buddy. So, guys, when you are scratch building, when you are thinking up, trying to make something, focus on the overall shape. Focus on the geometry. That's what's important, right? Dean, is anyone going to SCGMC? Yes, I'll be there. And I'll be teaching a demo too. So come on through, have fun, enter a model, buy models from the vendors. Those guys are awesome. So yeah, so create your shapes first, add on to it, and then detail it. Simple as that, right? And then the more and more that you do this, the better feeling that you'll have for getting to those shapes, getting to from flat little plastic sheets like this into something fully three-dimensional like this box here, right? Simple stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the Jesta apart, and we're going to do a little bit of conceptualization. Concept, again, also in scratch building, is very important as well. You have to have a solid concept for you to be able to achieve it, right? So, like with this box, we've got the concept that we want some sort of tacked on apparatus here to be able to deploy, have anchor points full for the fully deployed parachutes, right? So we need something to tack onto this and then obviously be removable. So, and here's just a simple plug that I made, right? Here we go. Here's the stock plug. And there is the scratch built one. Same dimensions, same angles, pretty much same everything, right? So this actually has obviously a longer stem that goes into this square polycap right there, right? So I did that for stability. Pop that in. This sits flush all the way across the top. This will fit on there. Bada boom, we're off to the races. So conceptualization, like I said, we're going to bring this back in. And the reason why I showed you the magnet, the K&J Magnets website before, is because I will need to use magnets in this build simply to be able to attach it to the parachutes, right? So we're going to obviously have the backpack attached like this. We're going to have our block here, and we're going to, you know, have some hard points probably back here leading up to the parachutes. But you can't just have them back here, or else, you know, basically the Jesta would just go like this, and he would be dropping at an angle, which is bad. You want the Jesta to fall, and you want the piece of equipment to fall straight. So to do that, if we're going to be having hard points back here, we need to have some hard points higher, you know, or closer to the front. So right underneath of this collar section here, let me get the focus going here. And it didn't do that. Thanks a lot, camera. There we go, that's a little bit better. So underneath of this collar section is the perfect place to put some square rectangular magnets. Let me show you what I mean. And this is going to be different for every model. And you're going to have to look for these places if you want to incorporate magnets, because they're not, magnets can be small, but they also can be tough to put in. So right in here, you've got these awesome little squarish sections right here. On both sides, right? And I can drop a rectangular magnet right there, and it would only be going through about 1 millimeter of plastic, right? So let me show you something here. This is a 1 millimeter thick piece of plastic, and these are N52 little disc magnets. Now let me show you the strength of these things. There. See, that holds that. Damn it, they're hard to get apart too, right? So if we drop 2 on here, there's one just sitting right there. Here's another one here. We're going to drop that down, and there you can see that's between 1 millimeter of plastic. That holds pretty good. Like if I move the underside magnet, that moves. Real easy, right? So that shows you the pull force of these neodymium magnets. They're really quite nice, and these will operate definitely through at least 1 millimeter of plastic. And let's see if you need to basically move them laterally like that to get them apart, right? So there we go. N52s are great little magnets, you guys. Great little magnets. So that's what we're going to be incorporating into the Jesta's parachute. So wow, it's already 11:30, you guys. That's crazy. We've flown through this stream so far, and I think it's been a good one. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having fun, kind of giving you the behind the scenes of scratch building here. So let's get a little work done, shall we? Let's get started here. I'm going to get this centered up. Let's see. I think this was 30 millimeters. Yeah, 30 millimeters side to side. So that looks good. So I need to find the center of this thing to be able to appropriately glue it down. So let's see. There's 15 millimeters right there. Now that's our center point. The damn camera will focus. No, it won't. Stupid. Anyway, this is the center point right here. So we're going to pull that up to the front here. And we only need it right here because I need to be able to align this plug in the backpack with the back block itself, just like that, right? So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to line that up. Now, what I need to do is find the overall length of this, and that is 38 millimeters. So 38 millimeters side to side. That's what we're looking for. So what's that? 38 divided by 2, that's what? 15 plus 4, 19. 19 millimeters. That's our center point for this thing. So let's get in frame here, shall we? And right there is 19 millimeters. So that's our center point for the block, and then that's where everything should align. Now, what I'm going to do, since this thing sits back just a little bit here, is I'm going to pull this center line down the back of this thing so I can completely align the two pieces. Okay, and there's that. We're going to pop this back into, pop that back into there, and now we just line these two lines up like this. Oh, come on, camera, focus for me. Huh. There we go. Had to manually focus it for some reason. All right, so we line these two lines up, and now that's going to be dead-ass center, right? So I like the way that looks. But what I think I'm going to do, I don't know if I can pull that off. Nah, I'm just going to glue this. What I was thinking about is putting two rods between here and then popping that on here, but I think just gluing it will be perfectly fine. So what we're going to do first is we're just going to tack this in with a little bit of super glue. We're just going to tack it on. All right, we're going to line it up, front, back, side to side. And I think that is going to be a winner. Properly aligned. Let's check from side to side here. That is 4 millimeters. And that is 4 millimeters. So this is dead center, you guys. Dead center. So now, since this is tacked in, all we got to do is just gingerly pull this out. Ah, and it came off. Damn it. That's kind of what I was afraid of. Not a problem, though. Just get that back on there. Push that in a little bit more so the contact is a little bit better. So now let's push this plug out. Ah, I see what's going on. There's a little space between the plug and the block. So what we're going to have to do is backfill that with a bit of super glue. And that just flows in there through capillary action. That's why, you guys, super glue is awesome. Because not only is it an amazing adhesive, it's also a great filler. Alright. So there, I don't know if you guys can see, but now that is going to be tacked on. Let's get the focus in there. See, there's just a little hairline space between the back of this block and the surface of that plug. So we had to, I basically just had to kind of drip super glue in there, and let's just get that just kind of pushed in real nice with our tweezers, and then down the sides as well. Make sure that just flows in all over the place. Nope, that's filled in. All right, cool. So now we need to let this dry for a little bit. I did not necessarily expect that to happen. I thought we could just tack it in, pull it out, bada boom, bada bang, it would be good, right? But we unfortunately are not going to be able to do that. So let's get caught up in the chat a little bit first. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see. Oh, talking about GBWC. Chris said, I wish I could be there too. Hey, James Denise is on here, you guys. Look at that. What's going on, James? Very cool. Rob Beasley over there on Facebook as well. Baking soda and quicksand. Yeah, you know, I've done the baking soda, the baby powder. There you go, the baby powder thing. It's sporadic. I want this to be more solid, so I'm not going to necessarily use the baby powder on this one because I want it to really stick. You kind of lose a little bit of adhesion power when you add the additives to that. So I'm going to avoid that. I'm just going to let it cure for a few hours and be good to go, right? But that's a good call, Rob. That is a good call. James, just on lunch break. Cool. Hey, thanks for watching, brother. Thanks for watching. Hey, you guys, check out No Zaku Boy on Instagram. James Denise over there. He did an amazing job on his GBWC entries, and he also did an amazing job on his GBWC trophy, too. He painted up his trophy. So, very, very cool stuff. Hey, James, thanks for watching, man. Enjoy your lunch break, brother. Very cool. Very cool. But hey, Freddie Torres says we're going to try to live stream SCGMC. Very cool. I'm going to try to live stream some stuff from there too. So hopefully we can do that. Ace Angelo Cachapero? God, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. But thank you for the subscribe on YouTube, buddy. Thank you. Welcome to the family. Thanks for watching. James, haha, always, man. You're the best. You're the best. I need to get to, I don't know about you guys, but I need to get to Australia. I need to meet everybody down there. James is just one of a long list of the Australians that I need to meet in real life. Those are good people down there, man. Let's see. Yes, I can finally learn how to not break Gunpla. Nice. Good comment there, Dean. Freddie Torres, if that doesn't pan out, we'll for sure record it. Awesome. Yeah, I know, right? But, man, flying from here on the east coast of the U.S. to Australia, it's at very least minimum 24-hour flight times. And also probably about $3,000, but closer probably to $4,000 in terms of tickets. So, dude, it's steep. That is a steep call. But one day, you never know, right? Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, see, I'm east of Chicago, brother. I'm a few hundred miles east of Chicago, so yeah, James says it's brutal. Yeah, it's a brutal flight. It absolutely is. Jean-Luc Rui, keep up the great work. Thank you, Jean-Luc. Appreciate that. Thank you for watching, buddy. Man, everybody's watching tonight. It feels good to have everybody watching and seeing everything, seeing what we do. It's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Edwin RSA, Jesta airdropped remind me of a scene from Patlabur where the Helldiver was airdropped. Somebody mentioned that a little bit ago. Somebody mentioned that. That's a good call. Yeah, see, Bailey. Yeah, Chris mentioned exactly that earlier. There we go. Daft Robo on Twitch says, using magnets is so fun. I have 6 in the Hyzak backpack. Dude, nice. That's awesome. Rob Beasley, yeah, wife just walked by and told me to go to bed. Hey, Robbie, happy wife, happy life, brother. So, if you got to do what you got to do, man, right? Bailey says, my understanding is the Paddleboard series was pretty boring, though. Yeah, I kind of got that. For me, it was a little but some people really dig it. I'm not one of them. Daft Robo on Twitch says, I'm having fun. I magnetized the Buster rifle on the HGAC Wing Zero. Works great. Nice. Dean says, the N52 magnets are cheap. It's only $1. Yeah, some of the smaller ones are just a few cents even. So some of the magnets are super cheap. So Rob Beasley over there on Facebook, don't watch often. I'll take my chances tonight. I appreciate that, brother. You're risking life and limb, but thank you. I appreciate that. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Edwin RSA. Didn't see it. Was out for a while. Paddleboard does not focus on the mecha battle, but on the survival effort of the Division 2. Yeah, if I remember, there wasn't a ton of the robots. That's what I like. I like robots. Let's see. Edwin RSA also says, like when the whole squad was down because of food poisoning, or when they were forced to airlift their capsized boat with the labor, and the labor fell to the sea. Ouch. That's a loss, right? Daft Robo over there on Twitch. What super glue do you use? Notice any difference between hobby brands and the dollar store stuff? Great question. My super glue of choice is Loctite Ultra Liquid Control. You can get this at Home Depot, Lowe's, almost anywhere. I think this stuff is great because it's not as brittle as some of the other super glues, and it's definitely not nearly as brittle as some of the hobby super glues. Now, mind you, I don't use Kicker or anything like that. I very rarely use the baby powder baking soda method. I actually did use that today on this box because I gouged when I was shaving off a piece of plastic here. I gouged into it a little bit too much, so I did fill that with super glue and baby powder, and that worked out pretty nice. I need to still sand that down, kind of finish sand it, but what I like to do is just use straight super glue for filling those things because the Loctite doesn't shrink nearly as much as some of the other super glues, and like I said earlier, it's not nearly as brittle either. And it's just great all around. It's super inexpensive. Like, I get a case of it off Amazon for, you know, pretty cheap. I think they're like under $3 a piece if you buy it that way, right? James Denise over there on Facebook says, I love Zap-A-Gap. Since I got that with the Kicker, my scratch building has sped up so much. Nice. Yeah, you know, Zap-A-Gap or the Dr. Watson or something like that, Watson Industries, I forget the name of it, but very popular hobby super glue, the cyanoacrylate CA glue for those of you playing at home. Very popular in hobby stores. It's the one with the different kind of colors, and it's very plain looking Helvetica typeface, and it's definitely, you know, they didn't invest a ton into the design of the labels. Those are also very popular. James says, I'm a sucker for any hobby brand name stuff. Dude, try Loctite if you can get it down there. I'm not sure of the availability down under, but man, if you can get the Loctite Ultra Liquid Control, highly recommend it, brother. Highly recommend it. Let's see. William Williams. Tim, are you thinking about doing a stream while at SCGMC? Yes. Absolutely yes. So the plan right now is, obviously I want to do a demo there. And I think the guys want me to do a demo as well. And I think I'm going to try my best to stream that. I'm going to have a limited amount of gear, so it'll probably just be through my phone. I've never done a mobile stream on the phone before, and I don't know how it's going to go. I honestly don't. I don't know how we're going to do it. But we're going to try it. We're going to try it. I'll be able to stream it across all 3 platforms and everything again. I probably won't be able to interact with you guys, but at least you'll be able to see the demo, kind of see the experience of SCGMC, which is a good one. It's what I envision other countries' GBWCs to be. Our GBWCs are very kind of sparse in entries, simply because there's so many qualifiers, and they're spread out all over the place. I think there's, 6 or 7 maybe qualifiers. So in other countries, they're very, very concentrated. There's, like, you know, in some places like China and Hong Kong, hundreds of competitors. That's kind of what I envision it to be like. SCGMC is somewhat like that, right? So hundreds of model entries, just wall to wall, incredible scene. If you can get out there, I highly recommend it. Let's see. Dr. Robo, I need to get to Oz too. For real. real. We need to go together and then party with James and Josh and Aaron and Ryan and Scott and Taz and all those guys, man. It'll be fun, right? I need to start saving my money. Let's see. Julius Demskes, I was thinking about catching a plane in the morning to attend SCGMC and then fly back later that evening. Need approval from the wife. Dude, just get on your hands and knees and be like, honey, I need to go to SCGMC. Once in a lifetime. Do it. Do it. It's fun. It is fun. And you know, you fly into John Wayne Airport, Orange County. SNA is the abbreviation. Little airport, easy to get in and out of. Super great, right? Let's see. Machu exclamation point came third in Canada West. I don't get a trophy, do I? Since there's Canada Finals, East versus West versus online. Yeah, I would doubt that, because if you came in third in Canada West, that's probably more like a qualifier, kind of like what we have here in the US. So if you didn't win that and move on to the finals, unfortunately, you're probably not going to get a trophy. But hey, you came in third at a qualifier. That says something. So congratulations, Machu. Well done, right? William Wilms, 23 hours. You must have lots of layovers. It's a 13-hour straight flight from Texas to Japan. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. I'm here. My local airport is BWI, Baltimore. So what I have to do to get to Japan, it took 17, 18 hours. So I flew to San Francisco and then San Francisco to Tokyo. And it's a much, much longer flight than that to Australia, because they're obviously on the lower half of the hemisphere, right? So Jay Lynch just modified the arm that holds the shield of the Jesta high grade to be able to move it. This videos are great. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that, buddy. Jay's a long-time viewer, you guys, and he's a good dude. So I highly appreciate that, Jay. That's awesome. Mikey415, Abria. Hey, Tim, it's Gmod from Instagram. Can't wait to see this Jesta soon. Will it be done in time for GBWC? Dude, that is the plan at this point. So, yeah, let me get back to one camera, because we're just talking at this point. And this is fun. So I hope to be done the Jesta for GBWC, or, I mean, listen to me, SCGMC. So used to saying GBWC, right? No, but SCGMC is the goal. That's kind of the hard deadline. So November 9th is the hard deadline for me. So I fly out there on the 9th, the morning of the 9th, and yeah, if I'm not done by then, it ain't coming with me. So yeah, I hope to have it done. Hope to be able to debut it out there and show it to everybody, compete in the expert category with a bunch of really cool guys that are friends of mine. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. SCGSC is running from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Yeah, and they also have what special rates at the hotel? What is it, Freddie? Hotel Fullerton, I think is the name, or Hotel Anaheim? I think it's Hotel Fullerton. But anyway, it's being held at a hotel this year, which is great. It's super convenient, because they have special rates for people attending the event, which is really good. It's like $115 a night, which is much cheaper than their normal $142 rate. So for that, you can either get 2 like full-size beds, or you can get 1 king-size bed in the tower, whatever that is. I think it's like an upgraded, slightly upgraded room, but it's not like a suite or anything like that. But that's what I got. I got the tower room, the 1 king at $115 a night. So that was super cool to see, right? So that helped a ton with costs, especially for me, right? Yeah, hit up thosegundamguys.org on Instagram, and on Facebook you'll find all the information that you need for that too. Let's see, keep going down. Bailey says, I enjoy the BSI stuff. That's what I was talking about, the stuff that they didn't invest on the designs, the Bob Smith Industries. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Bailey. See, that's why Bailey's a mod, you guys. He knows the shit that I don't. Let's see. Daft Robo, thanks for the super glue info. You're welcome, brother. Let's see. Julius Dembski, Tim, you have to go to Australia. Great people, great food, and great places to visit. I lived there as a teen and loved it. I have friends and family there. I was thinking of going for the next GBWC. Dude, I would absolutely give my left arm to go down for a GBWC and spend time with those guys, because those guys are just amazing from what it looks like. Ryan San Pedro, the owner of Hobbyco down there, the official distributor of Bandai products down there, is just an amazing guy. You know, I don't even have the words to describe how good of a distributor he is. I think he's won the Distributor of the Year like 2 or 3 times from Bandai. It's like an internal business award. And he cultivates just a community of builders down there to such a high level. They do all sorts of stuff. They have classes all the time. They've got, you know, shows here and shows there. The Gundam Expo was there, I think, for I think it was the first time this past year, from what I understand. And then for GBWC, he just goes all out. I mean, like literally all out. Kawaguchi comes in and has a good time with them. And then obviously the after parties are legendary. For those of you that are not members of the Gundam Builders Australia group, the GBA group down there, I highly recommend joining, at very least, to see those videos of them doing karaoke and everything, drunk off their butts. Highly entertaining, I definitely think. And man, I just love those guys. I love every single one of them. They're just amazing. Every single Australian that I've ever had contact with, come into contact with, has just been salt of the earth. Just solid group of people. So I can't say enough good things about Australians, man. Wish I lived down there. It would be cool. I just don't want crazy big ass spiders and dingoes coming at me, right? That's my only thing. I'm just not down with that. Sorry, James. You know, if those things are just out in the bush, then that's cool. But man, I can't do those giant spiders that, you know, jump out at you and like the face hugger from Alien. I can't do that one. That's like the one thing that's holding me back. Anyway, let's see. Andrew Young, Australia GBWC is amazing. Just seeing their live streams looks so much fun. It does, right? Let's see. Rare as Wrath. We just have Loctite super glue liquid. If they have, if you can get just the standard Loctite, see if your shop can special order the ultra liquid control, because that's what I use. That's what I get here in the States. So yeah, see if they can special order it for you, because it's definitely a great super glue, and I've tried a bunch of them. That's my favorite by far, definitely. Let's see. Okay. Bailey says, shrug, mine are fine. Plus, I have a fine tip on my bottles at all times anyways. Yeah, you know, I tried the Bob Smith Industries? Yeah. You know, wasn't my thing. Just wasn't my thing. It wasn't necessarily the consistency that I like, but obviously everybody has their own flavor, right? So if it works for you, that's all that matters, right? You don't have to necessarily use what I use or do what I do. Plow your own path and use what you like. Use what works for you, right? Because like I use Mr. Color and lacquer-based paints, solvent-based paints. That doesn't work for everybody, right? Sometimes you got to use a Tamiya or a Vallejo or something like that you can use like indoors or something to that effect. So use what works for you. So that's important. That's important. James Denise over there says, haha, it's not that bad, maybe. Thanks, James. Appreciate that. Giant fucking spiders. Anyway. Let's see. GizmoCon Gunpla. Tim, also most of them at cons and people don't want to pay crazy amounts to enter. That's a good point. That is also a good point. You know, he's talking about different conventions and competitions and stuff like that too. Like, for instance, what is it? The IPMS. some of those, you know, it costs, some of them cost like $20 just to enter. No, man, no. Not even the ones that are, you know, have a heavy Gunpla presence too. It's just like, come on. Then you're gonna get shafted into the sci-fi category, you know, with the Star Wars kits and the Battlestar Galactica kits and the, you know, the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Nautilus kits and shit like that. And it's just like, come on, man, apples and oranges over here. Throw me a frickin' bone. Soravan Zero is over there on Twitch. He's holding it down for us. He's modding it up for us. Thank you, Soravan, as always. He says, I use the basic Loctite liquid for now. It dries a bit slower, so you have to, so you have a few seconds of adjustment time. Yeah, the Ultra Liquid Control has about maybe 2 or 3 seconds of, you know, wiggle in it, and then it's just like, so, yeah, those are good too. The gel is also good, because obviously it's a much thicker viscosity, so you know, you can use that more as a filler, but it does take a lot longer than the liquids to cure. So that's a good suggestion there. James says the IPMS events here are $5 per model and $2 for every entry, after which I think is fair. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. But then you have dipshits here in the US that want to charge like $20 for entry fees, and it's just like, nah, man. Nope. Not my thing. Andrew Young, East Coast, Best Coast boys. Freddie Torres then says East Coast doesn't have SCGMC. Just saying. Andrew, he's got a point, buddy. He's got a point. I wish we had an East Coast SCGMC. I know there has been a push to bring a sister convention our way, but I don't know where things are with that. Let's see. Elliot's with us. Hello. Sorry I couldn't tune in the last couple days. Dude, don't sweat it. That's why we live stream and record, so you can catch up at your own pace, brother. Let's see. Freddie, I'm still waiting for Tim to get working on SCGMC for the East Coast. Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I got my own shit to worry about. Yes, okay, so here we go. Freddie says the Hotel Fullerton special is $115 a night. Good price. It's good price. Freddie Torres, the dingoes would eat your hummingbird. Yeah, right. Oh, man. Carlo Castro is with us. He says, are you going to do a panel at Schmidt? Schmidt. You mean SCGMC? Might have been a spell correct. If you meant SCGMC, the answer is yes, Carlo. I will be doing a panel. Probably like Scratchbuilding. Freddie, is that cool? I hope that's cool. If not, just, you know, mark me down. I'm good with that. Let's see. Yeah, SCGMC. Okay, cool. Yeah. Matthew, also hi from Vampla. Those are my boys. I love Vampla. Derek and all those guys. Those guys are awesome. Silver Maverick, Ricardo is here. It's all about Finisher's Paint. Yeah, Finisher's Paint is good. I've never had a chance to use it, mind you. I use what I can get, and what I can get right now is Mr. Color. So I like it. It's never done me wrong. I get a good finish out of it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm also not paying like $10 for a bottle of finishers at this point on eBay or whatever. James Denise. Anyways, got to get back to work. Catch you around later. Awesome. Thank you for watching, James. Have fun. Be safe at work, brother. Let's see. Freddie Torres. IPMS Nationals was $50 to enter? What? That's highway robbery. You're not even, like, guaranteed anything at that point either, probably. Shit, at least give me a participation trophy for 50 for $50. Don't piss on my back and tell me it's rain. Get out of here with that $50. Yeah, see, this is why I don't go to IPMS shows, you guys. I'm just saying. Now, mind you, my local IPMS doesn't necessarily cater to the Gundam crowd, and that's probably why I'm so salty on IPMS. Some IPMS out there are very friendly to Gunpla because they've finally realized that Gunpla here in the US outsells all other scale modeling categories put together at this point. At least that's what the rumor is here. Freddie says, if you're entering IPMS, put a pic of the stock kit next to your entry. Yeah, because they don't know what they're looking at. Bailey says, here the IPMS meeting was like $30, I think, but you can enter as much kits as you have under that registration fee. Well, that's decent. If you're entering a bunch of kits, $30 then isn't that hard of a pill to swallow because you can pack as many models as you want in there. But if you only got one model, then it's like $30 is still steep. So... Freddie Torres learned that the hard way at Nationals. Yeah, dude. GizmoCon Gunpla, I was mainly talking about GBWC Anime Expo tickets are so expensive, and good luck trying to get the crazy discount on Black Friday. Yeah. NYC, well, when it was here at NYCC, those tickets were decently expensive too, right? So, trust me, I can relate. I can relate. Let's see. Maverick 176 McKell says, I mean, we can do it here on the East Coast. The SCGMC East Coast. Yeah, why not? Man, get Chris on it. You Chris and Ray, get on it, dude. Yeah, have it in Jersey or Maryland, Baltimore. Yeah, so I don't have to drive that far. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, marked you down for Scratchbuilding. Sent you the graphic earlier. Oh, cool. Okay, that's what the ding was at the beginning. So I will check that here momentarily. Thank you for that, Freddie. I appreciate that, brother. Let's see. A. Schultz. IPMS guys look at Bandai and go, that's not a model. They get super elitist about it. Yeah, that's kind of been my experience too. A bunch of old farts, you know, with their thumbs up their butts looking at their tanks and their planes and their ships and stuff like that. And mind you, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a very established, prestigious, just great category of modeling. It's when you get assholes that don't want to open their minds to other forms of modeling, especially like sci-fi stuff. I'm not even talking about Gunpla. I'm just talking about sci-fi in general. They look at it more like a toy and all that stuff, and it's just like, man, whatever, get out of here. So yeah, I can relate. Mine's similar to that as well. There's a few Gunpla builders in the group, but it just doesn't get love. Just doesn't get love. Let's see. Hellstring Oz unit, where can you find Mr. Color in bulk? Good question. I know USA Gundam Store has a good line of it. Volks USA, like Andrew mentioned there as well, has a very good stock of Mr. Hobby, Mr. Color stuff. And I think there's a couple others out there. There are some local shops that carry it as well. IRAD up at the Gundam Kitchen carries a limited selection of Mr. Color, and he can special order it as well. So if you are in the New Jersey area, hit up the Gundam Kitchen. But if you're not, those two websites that I mentioned earlier are great sources for Mr. Color. So that's a good call. Silver Matter Ricardo says, been trying to help finishers find a U.S. distributor, but no one is biting. Really? No one's getting into the finishers game. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. Let's see. Andrew Young. Hellsting. Oh, Volks is a good place to get paints online. Yeah, Volks is great. Volks USA. Anime NYC is $50. Really? Yeah, it's an anime convention. Let's see. Maverick 176. Don't tempt me, Tim. Dude, come on. Let's get with it. Chop, chop. Kel, you too busy with everything else to even start a SCGMC here. Bailey says spraygunner.com. You know, I've been to spraygunner.com sporadically, and they have a good selection of airbrushes, and I've seen that they do have hobby paints as well. I just haven't invested a ton of time looking at the website, you know, itself in particular. So that's probably also a good source if Bailey recommends it as well. He says also, I've seen Mr. Hobby at local hobby shops and in hobby towns. Yeah, they're hit and miss. You could probably get them to special order like a box. Like a box comes in like a box of 6 jars, and you know, that's how they normally order it. So if you have a bluefin distributed shop around you, like most hobby towns are and a lot of the other local shops, chances are they could special order Mr. Color colors for you. That's because that's how I got my 40th anniversary colors. I got them from IRAD up at the Gundam Kitchen. He ordered boxes of them for me, so I've got like 6 of each color of the 40th anniversary colors. So they're pretty good to have. They're awesome colors. Let's see. A Schultz, that's Every. Actually, recently, one of the guys I met at out Saturday used to work for IPMS, and he's like, most of those guys I cannot stand. Look, this full armor uniform is awesome, and they hate this stuff. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. Let's see. Andrew Young, speaking of sites, get on the Dream Studio K website for MadWorks and future P Bandai lineup. Dream Studio K. What are you suggesting over here, Andrew? Watch it be a porn site. That would be what Andrew would do. He would suggest a porn site, and then all of you would go to it and spyware. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Ricardo, the Hobby Japan colors. No. And honestly, I haven't really looked for the Hobby Japan colors. Because they're cool. They're really, really cool, but I just don't know if I would have a use for them, you know? I don't know why I'm drawn to, like, special colors like that, but yeah, it's, I don't know. I just like to have paints on hand, right? For the occasion. Spontaneity of it all. So, Freddie Torres, I spoke with a judge at Nationals, and he said my Lava Bear was in contention for an award, but they felt the other entries did more work. What? See, and that's a perfect example of the judges not knowing enough about Gunpla to see the work that went into it. So I think that's a great example. It's an unfortunate example, but a great example of that point. Andrew Young, Man66 Hobby started an online store. Oh, cool. Okay, so Mason. For those of you that aren't familiar with Mason, he is Man66. He is this year's Hong Kong GBWC champion. He did that crazy perfect grade Zaku 1 with the scratch built digitized Char's head around the other side, and the Zaku is basically kind of almost breaking through the back of his head. Amazing piece. So yeah, that's probably a good call. Yeah, Hong Kong. Okay, good. I was right. So yes, so check out Mason, Man66. What is it? Manfei NG on, I think on Instagram. Was it a 148? I thought it was. Or Freemason 1. Yeah. Freemason 1. I think his name is Mason, though. M-A-S-O-N. But I could be wrong. So Freemason 1 on Instagram. I don't know. I know he's like Manfei NG or something like that. On Facebook. So I don't know. He's got a ton of different handles. Let's see. Freddie Torres says nothing was wrong with my paint job, and then he asked what work I did on the model. I told him I sculpted most of the detail on it, and he turned a little white and said, "Oh, see, That just goes to show you. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're looking at enough to be able to judge appropriately. Gunpla. That's a shame. That's a damn shame, you guys. Damn shame. Let's see, Andrew Young. But anyway, get on that site, Dream Studio K, for dem tools. You can type out them, Andrew. T-H-E-M. It's just one more letter, and it shows that you know proper English instead of dem. Killing me. You're killing me, kid. Anyway, Andrew Young, and yeah, it is a 148th. Okay, I thought it was a 160. I thought it was a perfect grade, but a 148th, hey, that's even more impressive, right? Bailey says, LOL, it's Freemason 1 on, on Instagram, so cool. Daft Robo, hilarious. Yeah, well. Let's see. Hellsting Oz Unit. Most Gunpla takes longer than most cars and tanks do to get good work from it. I'd say that's debatable, right? Because the reason why it's debatable is because some of these guys go crazy. Those are your rivet counters, and make sure everything is to proper scale, everything is in proper alignment, proportions, all that in their tanks and cars and stuff like that. And they absolutely obsess over these things. And then also on the flip side of that, you have guys that just build out a box for Gunpla and then enter it into a competition. So apples and oranges, kind of, but I kind of get what you're saying, but I think it's debatable. I think that's probably debatable. Andrew Young, I can't proper English. Yeah, well, screw the English lingo. Anyway, A. Schultz, nah, Andrew. Thurno and I have P Bandai on lockdown. You damn right. You damn right. Get you some P Bandai from those guys. That's where I get my P Bandai. Got the P Bandai hookup, you guys. Let's see, Andrew. Well, they've got a lot of MadWorks, ASW, and metal parts. So does Hobby Search. They don't have MadWorks, but they have BMC, which is what I like. I ain't drunk today. Really? You can't even spell today? T-O-D-A-Y. Today. Not today. Christ. I'm a good boy. It's a school night. S-K-O-O-L. See, now he's just doing it to mess with us. Really. That's all. Whatever. I'm not going to indulge him anymore, you guys. Dr. Robo over there on Twitch says, death of the language. Yeah, Andrew is absolutely the death of the language, and he could potentially be the death of our hobby, too. Oh, that kid drives me up a wall. I swear to God. I try to help the kid, but here he is, flailing in the wind in his own mediocrity. It's just a shame. We try to pull him up from the swamp of mediocrity, but he just will not. He will not. He will not take our hand, and that's a shame. Anyway, Mikkel says, "Excuse the poor little man." Yeah, right. Space Rat, LOL. I know this is kind of funny, right? Ace Schultz, that thing was incredible. I love me some Zaku's. Are you talking about Mason's entry over there in Hong Kong? Yeah, it's awesome. Andrew Young, nay, I need to disappoint everyone. Jesus. Andrew Young, I just have a mighty need to disappoint everyone. Didn't you just say that one comment earlier? Why do you need to reiterate the same comment in just in a different sentence? Who does that? Like, come on. Dr. Robo, fucking dying over here. I know, I'm dying inside from Andrew's mediocrity. It's killing me. Cell by cell. I can feel it on the molecular level. Dying. I feel like I'm going to keel over right now. You guys. Mikkel, Tim, let me get that Spartan. I need some spars to finish my entry. Nah, man, that ain't gonna happen. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are crazy stuff, right? Andrew says, Kel, you can own Tim's Spartan and you still won't be done. Ouch. Mikkel, don't take that from him. I wouldn't take that from him. He says, wait, if you do keel over, can I take your Aussie? No. No. Not at all. 01 Shield. Maybe I should take a bunch of frame arms girls to IPMS to piss off the exclusivity culturists. I would then pay the $30, $50 entry fees or whatever just to see that. That would be hilarious. Oh my goodness. I like where your head's at, 01 Shield. I like where your head's at. That's funny, man. That's funny. Mikkel says he doesn't know the family life with small children, LOL. Yeah, I know, right? Well, he's a small child himself, so what do you expect? So, there we go. All right, guys, we're just shooting the shit back and forth between us friends here. So I know this can't be completely entertaining to everybody wanting to see some modeling and stuff, so we're going to end it for tonight. It's 12:15. Over there on Facebook. Yep, it's a shame to have such immature audience. Tim, just ignore it. No, you know what? It's cool. They're actually friends. I know them in real life. So Andrew is a good kid. We just like to give him a hard time, Aya. It's just fun. He is immature, but we like to give him a hard time. So it's all in fun. All in fun. Definitely don't take it seriously because I don't. So I think they're good guys. So it's all in jest. So, but all right, guys, let's finish this out. Let's wrap it up here. First things first, win this model, this amazing perfect grade Ashtray red frame. One lucky winner will win that very model sent to them anywhere in the world. I will send you this model and all that good stuff. There might be some goodies in it as well. And so one lucky donor to the Gunpla Talk fundraiser / giveaway will win that. 6 more will win some awesome resin busts from our friend Win I'm Ong Paint Pusher over there on Facebook. And also 2 here tonight, our boys Ace Schultz, Berconateer, and also Thurno Hobbies. They're going to be sending some kits and stuff our way. So big shout outs to those guys. Those guys deserve a ton of thanks for those donations to the contest and fundraiser and everything. So check them both out on Facebook. Berkana or A. Schultz, his shop is It's a Gundam Sales, and then Thurno, I think yours was what? Thurno Hobbies, Thurno Hobby and Car, something like that. I forget. THERNOT, Thurno Hobby. So check both of those guys out. Like Ace said a little bit before, they got your hookup here in the U.S. for P Bandai. So search those guys out and throw some cash at them, and you'll get P Bandai in return. So it's a good thing to spend your money on. So go to GoFundMe.com/GumplaTalk, Thurno Hobby and Gaming. Thank you. I knew it was and something else, so sorry about that. So Thurno, THERNOT, Hobby and Gaming over there. Check him out on what? On Facebook? Do you have a website, Thurno, as well? We can give a shout out to that as well. But while we're waiting for him to reply, so GoFundMe.com/GumplaTalk, you'll be able to enter. There's no minimum, no maximum either. So go donate. The prizes are stacking up, so it means the chances of you winning something are also starting to stack up. That's big. Oh, just on Facebook. Cool. One of the best ways to do it, right? And also, too, if you want to get your Mecha blackout shirt like this, so nice, so classic, just a good look, right? Support the hobby. Hit up chadamecha.com, hit the store link up at the top of the website, and you'll be taken to all the shirts and hats and bags, and in the future, the pillows and stuff like that. Like I said, we got the prototype. I still need to do a little work on those designs, but those are coming out really quite nice, you guys. And then also, if you want any of the tools that we worked with, a little bit limited tonight, mind you, you can find those on the Amazon link down below or on the Facebook description over on this side, a little bit later on Twitch. And SCGMC, if you're in the Anaheim, Fullerton area on November 10th, definitely check it out. I'll be doing a demo there on Scratchbuilding. Should be a lot of fun. And man, that's all I got, you guys. It's gonna be it was a fun night. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun too. Talking, chit-chatting, showing you kind of the things that I use and think about in terms of scratch building and ideas and all that good stuff. I know we didn't do a lot of work tonight. I know we talked a lot and showed some websites and stuff like that, but that's important. That's an important part of this hobby, is doing your research and gaining ideas and inspiration and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys found value in that. So without any further ado, gentlemen and ladies, I bid you a fine evening. Have a safe and happy Tuesday. Build something awesome in the meantime. We'll be back here on Wednesday. I'll see you guys later. Good night.